Hello racers, and welcome to today's video. In today's video we're going to do a quick review of the Mofeeks Racing 64 pitch extreme lightweight pinion, and then we're going to have a pinion shootout with a collection of other pinions that I have, and we're going to compare to the Mofeeks Racing. So let's get into the video. So what is Mofeeks Racing? Well, Mofeeks Racing is an online shop, and also physically located in Montreal, Quebec, in Canada. It's owned by a racer. It sells racing products, mainly 1/12 on-road and touring car on-road. And he sells things like pinions, spurs, kits, awesomatics, like high-end racing stuff. So today I bought a 47 tooth ultralight pinion, extreme lightweight pinion. And why 47? Well, it just happened to be the pinion that was on my 1/12, and I said, hey, I ordered one up just as a test. You can see that this pinion is very narrow. Let's just measure it here. It is about 2.4 millimeters wide, so it's a very narrow style pinion. The pinion, as you can see, is full of holes, lightweight, plus it's milled out on its face. It's hard to get the camera to focus on it, but you can see how it is. So it has holes drilled, it's milled out, it's narrow. On the back of it, you can see the tooth count is stamped on the back, so it's easy to tell which it is. And this is extremely, extremely lightweight. Which brings us to the next part of our video, which is how light is this little guy. So I made this little test harness. I put plate weights on the little weight pad, and we'll zero it at 0 with the weight on it. I just wanted to have the pad sensor active, because with these little lightweight pinions, sometimes they don't even trigger the pad. Okay, so let's start off with the Mofeeks. It is, and part of the procedure I'll do is I'll put it on and give it a little press. The Mofeeks weighs in at 1.1 grams. You can see here on my little Sky RC scale. So 1.1 gram to beat. First up, we'll just grab my old pinion. This is a Racing aluminum pinion. You can see it's milled out. On the back, it says tooth count, so it's easy to read. This is what I was running. It's the older style pinion with about a 5 millimeter face. And it weighs in at, I'll give it a little press just to get it going, 3 grams. So the Racing weighs in at 3 grams. And it's a 47 tooth. The next one we have is a Pro line, or a Robinson Racing Pro aluminum pinion. Kind of like the standard pinion of the day. Has its tooth count stamped on the back. This is a 46 tooth. I didn't have a 47. These are milled in the face. You can see. And so give it a little poke down there and see. These are 2.8 grams, so slightly lighter than the Racing, which was surprising to me. Next up, we have I believe this is an older Hudy style pinion. You can see that it is a lot of holes drilled in it. It is approximately one of the early lightweight ones, 3.65 on the face for the pinion width. This one is a 47 tooth, so I had one of those in my kit. 2.6 grams, so a little bit lighter than the Robinson Racing Pro Aluminum. Next up we have, this is an older style Trinity. And I believe you can still get these on eBay. For all of these, I'll put a link in the description below in case you want to order yours as well. This one here was hard to read. It does have on the side, but I found that I couldn't read it. This one here, the smallest I could find was a 49 tooth. Let's see what we can find on the scale. It's about 2.7 grams, 2.8, in around there. It's just fluctuating here. I'll just hands off the table, 2.7. And it's the older style, again with a 5mm face. Next up, CRC Gold Standard Race Pinion. Lightened with big slots. It has easy to read tooth count on the side, if that'll focus. It is a smaller face, about 4mm. And it weighs in at, give it a little poke, let it settle, 1.9 grams. So it is quite a bit lighter than the other contenders. So far not as light as the Mofeeks. And it was a 48 tooth pinion. I didn't have a 47 in that, so it was a little bit lighter, probably because it had an extra tooth, or a little bit heavier because it had an extra tooth. Next up, we have an ArrowMax. These are a hybrid style pinion where the center is aluminum, but the tooth part of it is a kind of like a plastic, nylon plastic maybe. Very narrow face, 2.5mm. So it seems that the lightweight ones, they've cut back on the face of the teeth. And it weighs in at, we'll just bring up the scale again. It just happened to turn off exactly at that time. Let it settle. 1.4 grams. So for the lightweight ones we had CRC 1. Give it a little push. 2.0, 1.4, and the Mofeeks Racing Extreme Lightweight Pinion 1.2. And I'll put a link in the description below to Mofeeks Racing website in case you would like to buy one of these extreme lightweight pinions for your car. Be a benefit in a power restricted class like a 112 spec where you're using a 13.5 or something like that motor, or maybe in a like a VTA or USGT style where you're power restricted and you need a little bit more RPM and acceleration because of a lightened pinion. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching the video. If you like this type of thing, click like. If you have some questions or comments, feel free to comment below, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next video.